NCERT notes. Medieval history. The North Indian kingdoms. The Rajputs. July 21, 2017. NCERT notes. Medieval history. The North Indian kingdoms. The Rajputs. The North Indian kingdoms. The Rajputs. The ancient Indian history came to an end with the rule of Harsha and Pulaves in II. The medieval period lies between the 8th and the 18th century AD. The medieval period can be divided into two stages. Early medieval period, 8th, 12th century AD. Later medieval period, 12th to 18th century. About the Rajputs. They are the descendants of Lord Ramasuryan Vamp or Lord Krishna Chandra Vamp, or the hero who sprang from the sacrificial fire Agni Kula theory. Rajputs belong to the early medieval period. The Rajput period 647 AD, 1200 AD. From the death of Harsha to the 12th century, the destiny of India was mostly in the hands of various Rajput dynasties. They belong to the ancient Kshatriya families. They are foreigners. There were nearly 36 Rajput clans. The major clans were the Pratihoras of Avanti, the Palas of Bengal, the Chauhans of Delhi and Ajmer, the Raiders of Kannauj, the Guhilas or Sisodias of More, the Chandlas of Bundelkhand, the Tharamaras of Malwa, the Senas of Bengal, the Solankis of Gujarat, the Pratihoras 8th to 11th century AD. The Pratihoras were also called as Gurjarat. They ruled between 8th and 11th century AD over northern and western India. Pratihoras, or fortification. The Pratihoras stood as a fortification of India's defense against the hostility of the Muslims from the days of Junaid Sin 725 AD to Mahmud of Ghazni. Rulers. Nagab Hatak I 725 to 740 AD. Founder of the Pratihora dynasty, the Kannauj has its capital. Vatsaraja and Nagab Hatak II played a vital role in merging the empire. Mitrapojit, the most powerful Pratihora king. During his period, the empire expanded from Kashmir to Narmada and from Kathir to Bihar. Metropolitan 885 to 908 AD. Son of Mitrapojit, was also a powerful ruler. He extended his control over Magadha and North Bengal. Decline of the Pratihoras. Rajput was the last Pratihora king. Vast empire was reduced to Kannauj. The Pratihora power began to decline after Mahmud of Ghazni attacked the kingdom in 1018 AD. After the decline of the Pratihoras, their feudatories Palas, Tamars, Chauhans, Raiders, Chandilas, Guhilas and Tharamaras became independent rulers. There was complete anarchism in Bengal between 750–760 AD. Pala dynasty. Gopila 765 to 769 AD. Founder of Pala dynasty, and he also restored order. Ruled over northern and eastern India. He expanded the Pala dynasty and extended his power over Magadha. Termanpala 769 to 815 AD. He is the son of Gopila and succeeded his father. He brought Bengal, Bihar, and Kannauj under his control. He defeated the Pratihoras and became the master of northern India. He was a steadfast Buddhist and founded the famous Vikramasila University and several monasteries. He also restored the Nalanda University. Devapala 815 to 855 AD. Devapala is the son of Brahmapala who succeeded his father. He kept the Pala territories intact. He captured Assam and Orissa. Urpila 998 to 1038 AD. The Palas became powerful during his reign. The Pala dynasty declined after the death of Matipala. Govinda Pala. He is the last Pala king. Tripartite struggle for Kanauj. The tripartite struggle for Kanauj was between the Pratihoras of central India, the Palas of Bengal, and the Rashtrakutas of Deccan. As all these three dynasties wanted to establish their supremacy over Kanauj and the fertile Gangaric Valley. The tripartite struggle lasted for 200 years and weakened all of them, which enabled the Turks to overthrow them. The Tomars of Delhi. The Tomars were the feudatories of the Pratihoras. They founded the city of Delhi in 736 AD. Mahirpila Tomar captured Peshawar, Hansi and Nagarkoti in 1043 AD. Chauhans captured Delhi in middle of the 12th century and the Tomars became their feudatories. The Chauhans of Delhi and Ajmer. The Chauhans declared their independence in the 1101 century at Ajmer and they were the feudatories of the Pratihoras. They captured Ujjain from the Paramaras of Mulla and Delhi in the early part of the 12th century. They shifted their capital to Delhi. Prithviraj Chauhan was the most important ruler of this dynasty. Raiders of Kanauj 1090 to 1194 AD. The Raiders established themselves on the throne of Kanauj from 1090 to 1194 AD. Jaihind was the last great ruler of this dynasty. He was killed in the Battle of Chandwar in 1194 AD by Muhammad of Crete. The Chandalas of Bundelkhand established them in the 9th century. Madoba was the capital of Chandala during the period of Chaitya Savarman. Kalinjar was their important fort. The Chandalas built the most famous Kandriya Mahadeva temple in 1050 AD and a number of beautiful temples at Khajuraho. Paramal, the last Chandala ruler, was defeated by Kutbuyuddin in Ibak in 1203 AD. The Gudlas or Sisodayas of war. The Rajput ruler Bhapat Rai was the founder of the Gudhila of the Sisodaya dynasty and Chittor was its capital. During the period of Rana Ratan Singh of war. In 1307 AD, Alauddin Khilji invaded his territory and defeated him. Rana Sanga and Maharana Pratap, the Sisodaya rulers, gave a tough fight to the Mughal rulers of India. The Paramaras of Mulla. The Paramaras were also the feudatories of Pratihoras. They declared their independence in the 10th century and Ur was their capital. Rajaputsa 1018 to 1069. He was the most famous ruler of this period. He constructed the beautiful lake more than 250 square miles near Bhopal. He set up a college at Ur for the study of Sanskrit literature. The reign of the Paramaras came to an end with the invasion of Alauddin Khilji. Nature of the Rajputs. The Rajputs were great warriors and chivalrous by nature. They believed in protecting the women and the weak. Religion. The Rajputs were staunch followers of Hinduism. They also patronized Buddhism and Jainism. During their period, the Bhakti cult started. Government. The Rajput government was outdated in character. Each kingdom was divided into a large number of Jagirs held by the Jagirdars. Major literary works of this period. Kalhanas Rajatara in Jadidevasjita Govindam Somadivyas Kathasarita Sagar Chandbarde, the court poet of Prithviraj Chauhan, wrote Prithviraj Raso in which he refers to the military exploits of Prithviraj Chauhan. Bhavtharacharya wrote Siddhanta Shinamani, a book on astronomy. Rajasekara, the court poet of Mayandrapala and Manipula. His best-known works were Karpura Manjari, Bala and Ramayana, art and architecture. During this period, mural paintings and miniature paintings were popular. Temples at Khajuraho, Litaraja Temple at Bhubaneswar, the Sun Temple at Konark, the Dilwara Temple at Mount Abiyu, and the Rajput power. There was no strong military power during the Rajput period to keep the warring princes in check and to coordinate their activities against foreign invasions. Some popular terms: Johar, a mass suicide of women in order to escape defilement at the hands of foreign victors. Gita Govindam, Song of the Cowherd Rajatar 9, River of Kings Kathasarita Sagar, Ocean of Tales.